Hello, 6th graders. Ms. Kraska here. This is your video lesson on plotting and naming points on the coordinate plane. Your learning targets are that I can name coordinates using ordered pairs, and I can use ordered pairs to plot points on a coordinate plane. So please split screen with the notes template in today's folder to follow along and take notes throughout the video, unless of course you have a printer at home, and you can do that also. But you'll definitely want the template as we're using the coordinate plane, and you don't want to have to draw a grid every time. Activating some prior knowledge here and moving forward with it. Ordered pair, as you learned the other day, is an ordered pair of an x coordinate, your first coordinate, and your y coordinate, the second coordinate. You know that you have an x-axis and a y-axis on your coordinate plane. The x-axis is positive numbers are to the right of the origin where those two lines meet, and negative numbers are to the left. On the y-axis, that's your vertical number line, your positive numbers are above the origin, and your negative numbers are below the origin on that number line. The x-coordinate tells you how far to move on the x-axis, left or right, positive or negative. The y-coordinate tells you how far to move on the y-axis, up or down, positive or negative. So make sure that you understand that x comes first, y comes second. You're moving left and right, and then up and down. So let's try. Let's name coordinates using ordered pairs. So here are some steps. We're going to write the ordered pair that corresponds to point D on the graph here. So what we do, and then we're going to also state the quadrant in which it's located. So we always start at the origin. Remember that origin is where the two lines meet, point 0, 0, right here. What we're going to do to find D is we're going to move left and right first, remember, because our x coordinate comes first. So you'll notice we move left 1, 2, 3, 4 places first. Because it was left, that's a negative 4, left 4. And then to get to the point D, we are moving up 2 spots on the number line. So we went up 2, that is a positive 2. So that means that our D coordinate, point D, corresponds to the ordered pair, negative 4, 2. Then if you remember your quadrants, starting in the corner, we have, and then we go clockwise, 1, 2, 3, and 4. D is located in quadrant 2. So now would be a great spot for you to pause and try on your own if you can, remembering that we go in order of X and then Y, left and right, and then up and down. See if you can name the ordered pair for A, B, and C. So for point A, I'm going to start at my origin, and I'm going to go left first. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 3 places to the left. So I'm going to put in a negative 3. From there, it looks like I'm going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So negative 3, negative 5. That was left 3, down 5. And that is in quadrant 3. For point B, it looks like from the origin, that's my starting spot, every time, I'm going to the right, 1, 2, 3. So that's a positive 3 to the right. And down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 4 because it was down 4. That is in quadrant 4. Lastly, C. It looks like I'm moving to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went 4 to the right. Notice I'm on the x-axis. So I didn't go up or down, so that means I went 0 places. This would be a point that is not on in a quadrant. It is on an axis. This is located directly on the x-axis. Okay, so now we will graph points. And again, to graph an ordered pair, what you're going to do is here are your steps. You're going to start at the origin every time. You're always going to start at 0, 0. And then you're going to move left or right depending on the number. Remember, negatives are left, positives are right on the x-axis. And then you'll move your y-coordinate up or down. Remember, up is positive, down is negative. So if I'm going to graph the point K, that is using the ordered pair 2, negative 5, means I'm going to start at the origin, I'm going to move to the right 2, positive 2, and then down 5 because it's a negative 5. And then point K is plotted with a point there. So see if you can try. Knowing that, left and right, using these steps, see if you can try graphing and labeling each point, and then naming the quadrant that they're in. So for L is -4, 2. So that means I'm going to start at the origin, and I'm going to go left 4, up 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, up 2. Put a point, label it L, and I notice that that is in quadrant 2. For M, I see that it's a -5, -3. So that's left 5, down 3. So I go left 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 3. Mark it M. You won't always want to draw those lines. It's going to get pretty messy, but I'm doing that so you can see. So then that's M, and that is in quadrant 3. Remember, counterclockwise. If it's helpful for you to label them right away so you don't forget, then you can do that. Lastly, we have N. N is at 0, 1. That means I'm not going anywhere on the x-axis, and I'm going up 1 on y. So I don't go anywhere left or right, and I go up 1, label that N. Because I did not go anywhere left or right, that point is directly on the y-axis. All right, that's it. Quick little recap of how to identify and name and plot points. Don't forget to complete both of these IXLs to a SMART score of at least 50. Okay, IXL 6x1 and 6x2. These are finding and naming things on the coordinate plane. Make sure you find this info and more detail in the folder for today. Awesome.